Welcome back to Just Push to Play. Last episode, we fought our way across the chasm here in Cold Harbor. We left on a bit of a cliffhanger. Vanis mentioned something about vampires causing trouble ahead. Well, let's find out more.
As soon as you're ready, we have another mission that could use your unique approach.
What's the problem this time?
Vampires. The region beyond is crawling with them. Worse, anyone we send in there is turned into one of the foul monsters.
Oh.
And do you see the structure that looms on the horizon? I believe that's one of Molag Bal's infamous harvest hearts.
Harvest hearts? What do I need to do?
Eager and confident. I like that. I need you to collect blood from the vampires. It's an integral component in the pacification ritual I will perform. Use the blood to mark their lairs. I'll meet you near the heart when you're finished.
Okay, you can count on me.
What are you still doing here? The vampires won't bleed themselves, you know.
So why do I need to collect vampire blood again?
I have my preparations to deal with, and you have yours. The first step is to make sure the ritual targets the correct creatures. Marking the vampires' lairs with their own blood will guarantee this.
And how will the spell pacify the vampires?
In the most expedient manner possible. The ritual unleashes a magic that tracks down the blood and targets the creatures connected to it.
And then what happens?
Then the vampires will become mindless beasts, no longer capable of posing any threat.
Oh.
I've been developing this ritual for years, but I've never had the chance to test it until now. If this works, it could be a major breakthrough against vampirism.
So why is this place called the Orchard?
Just another of Molag Bal's clever witticisms, I suppose. It's an orchard from which he plucks the fruit of his vampiric creations. Or something poetic and disturbing like that. But we have a ritual to prepare for.
Tell me more about the harvest heart.
I've read accounts of these foul artifacts. Molag Bal uses them to enslave large communities and to empower specific parts of his divine portfolio. In this case, I believe the heart is greatly increasing the rate at which the vampirism spreads.
Can we destroy the heart?
Not easily. But that's where my ritual comes in. By the time I finish casting it, the heart will be no more, and the vampires will no longer pose a threat to our forces.
Alright, sounds good. Hey, Darian.
Sorry I missed the fight with Molag Grunda. I got distracted by a veritable flood of Dremora. I was up to my ankles in winged twilights and was having a grand old time.
Everything taken care of back there?
What, the chasm? Piece of cake. I'd say that facing a Zivalai and winged twilight on my own was a bit of a challenge, but then I'd be lying. They fell like great trees before a woodcutter's axe.
So what's next for you?
An overdue appointment with Molag Bal himself, I guess. I don't want to sound overly confident, but I feel like I've gotten better since we got here. And I was, as you'll no doubt agree, damned impressive before Cold Harbor.
Oh, Darian. Well, I'm going into the orchard.
The vampires. Should be a worthy challenge. Gothrin wants me to take a patrol back through the chasm and let King Dinar know what's been happening. Might even have time to stop for a drink or two in the Hollow City.
Leave it to Darian. As we look around this entry point before we head into the orchard, we can find a man sitting on the ground, Grunskar. He has a tip about where we may find some treasure.
Damned blood fiend took a piece out of my arm.
What happened to you?
I got separated from my troop, and a group of blood fiends chased me. I hid in the entrance to a tomb, just to the west of here. If not for my injuries, I would have explored the place. I'm sure there's some fabulous treasures buried inside.
Oh. Well, what makes you think that there is treasure inside?
My cousin, Natira, she knows all about tombs and ancient ruins and things like that. She spotted the name on the tomb before we got separated. Said it was an old dark elf name. Melsora's tomb. Treasure and dark elf magic. I'd stake my name on it.
Oh, alright. Thanks. Maybe I'll check that out.
Blood for the pact.
Looking at our map, we now see Melsora's tomb has been marked. I didn't see this had been added when we spoke with Grunskar, so it must have already been here, but I'd stake my life on the fact that he was talking about this delve. Running into the orchard, we find that it's very easy to collect the vampire's blood that Vanis needs. All we need to do is hunt the vampire blood fiends and berserkers in this first section. As we approach the first vampire's lair...
You don't know what you're doing. Molag Bal is the enemy here, not my children.
Who was that? Molag Bal isn't the enemy? Her children? Well, I'm sure things will become clearer as we progress into the story of the zone here. Using one of the collected blood samples, we mark this first lair. Fighting towards the second lair, we find a harvester guarding this one. As we approach...
Such a fool with this tasteful chore the elf has tasked you with.
There she was again. Well, we finish off this harvester and mark the door with some vampire blood. We move on to the third lair. I have noticed that some of my equipment is breaking down, and unfortunately, I don't have any repair kits with me. So I'll just have to manage until I can go and fix some of my equipment. The third lair is quite close by. This one looks to be clear of enemies. Approaching this lair... Yep, here she is again.
Do not do this. I implore you, my children are not evil.
Her children are not evil. Who are her children? We mark this door as well and continue to the fourth and last lair. This one, again, has a harvester protecting it.
Why are you subjecting my people to this danger?
Her people? Danger? Who are her people? Well, we mark this last door and go to meet Vanis at the Harvest Heart. Oh, here's that woman we've been seeing.
Back, foul temptress! I'll hear no more of your lies!
Such a stubborn elf. Perhaps your companion will be more willing to listen to reason.
Who is she? What does she want? Well, let's talk to her.
I hope that you'll prove to be more reasonable than your companion. My offer makes perfect sense, considering the alternatives.
Well, who are you?
Some call me the Crimson Matron, others the concubine of Cold Harbor. I am an elder vampire brought to this new life by Molag Bal. These are my children, but they have been enthralled by the Lord of Brutality.
So you're telling me you're the victim in all of this?
My children protect this orchard because Molag Bal commands it. They aren't evil. They're slaves of the Harvest Heart. Instead of destroying them, help me set them free. Imagine an army of vampires that owes you a favor.
What are you suggesting?
The ritual the elf plans to perform will drive my children mad. But there's a better solution if you're willing to listen to reason. Molag Bal is the real enemy here. Let me help you free my children from the Dark Lord's thrall. Then we both win.
All right, tell me more about what you're proposing.
I can perform my own ritual. It will destroy the Harvest Heart and set my children free. Help me accomplish this, and my children will be in your debt. They will provide you with safe passage through the orchard and aid you against Moloch Ball.
Well, that would be nice. I think I should talk to Vanis Galarian before I make a decision, though.
Of course. Take all the time you need. It's not like you're trying to save the world from Moloch Ball or anything like that. Oh wait, that's exactly what you're trying to do.
Haha.
I shall await your decision with bated breath.
You can't seriously be considering her proposal, can you? She's a confounded vampire, for Magnus's sake!
You don't think we can trust her?
She's an elder vampire! Setting those monsters free will be like ringing the dinner bell in a Nord feast hall before the meal is ready. Her so-called children see us as food and nothing more. The only logical solution is to perform my ritual.
I've met good vampires before. No, Vanis, I think your judgment is clouded on this one. I've met good vampires before, and she sounds like she's speaking honestly here. I mean, it may be a bad decision, but I don't think so. Let's agree with Vigor the Red.
Have you considered my proposal?
No need to convince me further. I'll help you free the vampires from the Harvest Heart.
A most wise and honorable decision. I'll follow you to the ritual sites. Protect me while I perform the ritual, and we will break Moloch Ball's hold on my children.
All right, follow me. Heading to the west ritual site first, we fight off the harvester guarding this spot and head up to the ritual site.
Defend me while I perform this portion of the ritual.
Protecting her as she performs the ritual, her children who have been enthralled by Moloch Ball come and attack us. I protect her as best as I can. During the second wave, a harvester appears and I almost die. Wow, this one's a little bit on the difficult side. We fight off the third and final assault, comprised of vampire fiends and enthralled vampires. Done.
Thank you for assisting me. This portion of the ritual is complete.
We fight our way to the east ritual site. We protect Vigor the Red for this as well, in 3 waves, just as before.
Defend me while I perform this portion of the ritual. Thank you for assisting me. This portion of the ritual is complete.
After she completes this part of the ritual, we return to Vanis to destroy the Harvest Heart.
Come talk to
Come.
me.
I need
must
to
explain
explain the
your
next
role in
steps
the
to you.
stage of the ritual.
At this point, we can't afford for anything to go wrong.
It seems they both wish to speak with me. It appears Vigor the Red is where my quest icon is taking me. Let's speak with Vanis first.
I've prepared the ritual site, and I'll assist the vampire with her spell. But if she betrays us and our world is destroyed, I'll never speak to you again.
Okay, Vanis. I'll never speak to you again either. Oh, Vanis.
The time has come to perform the ritual and destroy the Harvest Heart. My children yearn to be free.
Okay, tell me how I can help.
The black blood flowing from the Harvest Heart binds my children to Molag Bal. But it also gives us a connection we can take advantage of. While I provide the power to destroy the Harvest Heart, you must sever the connection to Molag Bal.
Okay, but how do I do that?
Find the Lord of Schemes binding totems and destroy them. They are spaced evenly around the Harvest Heart. As each totem breaks, my children will be separated from Molag Bal, and the energy protecting the Harvest Heart will falter.
Okay, that doesn't sound too hard. As they begin their part of the ritual, Nimona goes around the Harvest Heart and destroys the binding totems. Many, I find, are protected. We fight off those vampires who are enthralled and destroy those totems as well.
The Harvest Heart is destroyed!
Hey, whoop whoop.
The Harvest Heart has been destroyed. My children are no longer slaves to Molag Bal.
Your children will honor our agreement, correct?
Most certainly. Thanks to your efforts, my children are free. They won't give you any more trouble. And, as I promised, my children will aid you when you need it most.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Vigar the Red. This completes the Harvest Heart. Our reward for this was the Blood Red Brogans, a medium armor shoe that has a stamina enchantment. It's well fitted, reduces the cost of roll, dodge, and sprint. Part of the Steigen set that adds spell damage, maximum stamina, maximum magicka, and while you are sneaking at 5 items or invisible, your damage done with magicka abilities is increased by 20%. You've received these boots after resolving the vampire dilemma at the orchard beyond the chasm.
Another successful mission, but we're not finished yet.
Hey, Gwethin. What's up?
Just the person I was looking for. King Dinar is rallying our forces near the River Citadel.
We're ready to make the next assault?
Yes, King Dinar and our forces are preparing to attack the River Citadel to the north. And on my way to find you, I noticed a strange shipyard to the east and a Red Guard settlement to the west.
Oh. You saw a shipyard?
It was the strangest sight. More shipwrecks than a shipyard, really. It was as if they just fell out of the sky. And there was an awful lot of them.
Did you notice anything else?
Other than a massive graveyard of ships of various designs spread across the valley to the east of here? No, not really.
Well, tell me more about the River Citadel.
It's Molag Bal's last line of defense before we reach his inner sanctum, and it's certainly his most powerful. The Dremora station there have turned it into a heavily fortified city.
And King Dinar is ready to move against it?
Not quite, but soon. He's waiting for you and a few of the others to meet up with him. They're gathering on the land bridge just to the north. I'm gonna head in that direction as soon as we're done here.
What's this Red Guard settlement you mentioned?
No, I doubt it's an actual settlement. That's just what the architecture reminded me of. I wasn't able to get too close, but I swear I heard music coming from that direction.
Oh, what kind of music?
You know, it sounded very festive to me. Isn't that strange? What could any of these soul shriven have to be happy about?
Well, thank you, Gwathwin. Heading north, we head up the land bridge that she had mentioned. We see off to the west the Manor of Revelry, and to the east, we see the Lost Fleet. These are miscellaneous quests that we could work on down here in Cold Harbor. It doesn't necessarily affect the main quest, so we will continue on our way to meet up with King Lenar Dinar. That will have to wait until next episode. We really only have 3 main episodes left, 2 more here in Cold Harbor, and then 1 more with the 5 companions to wrap things up. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you next time.